salt, butter, sugar. That's sugar. Hi, everyone. This is my presentation about karma. So something that the whole class knows about me is that I bake a lot and that I want to go to culinary school. Or if you don't, now you do. And I've brought in baked goods for the class. We've shared them. It's been awesome, and I really appreciate you guys' feedback. It makes me feel good. It makes you guys feel good. You get free food, you know, awesome stuff. And so I figured that for my project, it would be nice to share my passion with you guys. So here's the lowdown. We're going to make some cookies. We're going to talk about karma. We're going to have a good time. That's 30, actually. Basically, whenever we want a sugar cookie, this is the recipe we use since 2001. Don't put that away. I need that. Cookies. I should start talking about karma, but I actually don't have all my notes together right now. I just have one page, so I'm just going to make some cookie dough, and then while it's chilling, we're going to talk about some karma. Well, I'm going to talk about some karma, and you're going to listen to it. Fun times. If you are vegan or gluten-free, I'm very sorry. I will be using eggs, and I'm not using non-gluten-free flour. So I apologize for that. However, I respect your health choices. Wonderful. You do you, right? These eggs are actually farm fresh. If you have a problem with eating vegetables, poultry, meat from supermarkets, these are farm fresh. These are from a small coop of about 5 chickens. I work with them in the summer, and since I'm such a great summer worker, they still keep giving me free eggs, and I take them. They taste better, and they're better for you, so. Farm fresh. Oh, that's a weird texture. Do-do-do. Son of a bitch! Oh, this is gonna make so fun. We're gonna have cookies, and then we're gonna decorate the cookies. Oh, it's gonna be fun. What's 3/4 cup times 2? I mean 3. There's a nifty tool for that guy. 2 1/4. Thank you very much. Hand it down to count. Wait a minute. Yeah, you get 2 1/4. Okay, cool. Oh shit, I just put in. We're just gonna fish out a 1/4 cup of sugar. Yep, that looks about right. 1 teaspoon. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. Fun fact for anybody who didn't know that. Flour. No, Catherine. Salt. There's a difference. I'm showing you the process of me making cookies because this is my passion. This is what I do. I like to be in the kitchen. I like to make messes. And I like to make beautiful messes that other people enjoy and want to eat and share and talk about. And through that, spread appreciation. So I'm showing you the whole process because this whole class has been a huge process for all of us. It's something that we go through. It's something that we learn more about ourselves. We experience more. We can articulate more. And really developing our mental health on a higher level for ourselves. Thank you, Heather. We all very much appreciate that. Wow, the Christmas lights just came on. I feel like I have to show you guys. Because I was like, wow! And like, as soon as I said Heather, it was like, hello! Thank you for sharing your lights with us. I guess it's true when Heather does her little, dance. Like, Heather, vaye! Vaye! With the lights and, yeah. Careful of the extras! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Stop! 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 Oh shit! Why? Always when you're making cookies, please scrape your sides. I feel like I sound like someone who's like, hey, keep all hands, feet, arms, legs, hats inside the vehicle at all times. Keep all of your ingredients in the bowl at all times. 2 cups, and let's hope it doesn't go floof. I put in 2 cups, right? I can just hear my mom in the back of my head. Don't use all my saran wrap. No promises, Mom. Okay. Sorry, Mom. And now the dough gets to chill for about 3 hours. So while the cookie dough is chilling, I'm gonna talk about karma. I'd like to start with the first page of the chapter of karma, page 49. It says, karma is the law of cause and effect. Whenever we take an action, there is a corresponding through incalculable effect. In Indian philosophy, karma is considered a casual natural law in the same way we could say that gravity is a natural law of physics. Karma is not operated by some higher power or God that chooses what kind of effects will happen based on your actions in this or previous lifetimes. Karma is not some kind of Santa Claus that adds up your rights and wrongs and determines the feedback loop most appropriate for you. Simply put, karma is the relationship between actions and their effects. Good actions tend to have positive effects, and actions with negative intention, like the desire to cause harm, have negative effects. Sometimes the effects are not immediate, like the relationship between parents and children, and at other times we can immediately see the hurt we cause in poor speech or the joy we create out of an act of genuine kindness. So before I quote more from this book, I would like to talk about my feelings about karma. Karma for me really goes deep down into interpersonal connection with yourself and with others. You know, to the self-importance of identification of feelings and being able to express those feelings in a healthy way that won't harm you or others. It means to me knowing when you're struggling and knowing when you're in pain or you're angry, and to not discount that and be like, oh, well, see, for me, it's my parents are getting a divorce and I'm moving out of my childhood home, and it sucks. I'm going through a lot of emotional just negativity, honestly. And instead of taking that and going, oh, but there's bombings going on and people are starving and what am I worrying about compared to what they have to deal with? I'm not dealing with what they deal with, and biologically my brain cannot deal with what they're dealing with because I'm not in that moment. I have to be mindful of what I'm dealing with in my moment. So in my moments, it's my parents' divorce. It's my sister not talking to me. It's feeling alone. I have to deal with that, and I can't discount that because of what else is going on in the universe. But I'm not going to sit here and throw away my pain just because on a global scale it's not as large as somebody else's. I don't think that's fair to me, and it's definitely not fair to the people around me because it comes out in different ways, you know. Be honest with how you feel because you are a part of this universe. You interact with others on a daily basis when you're driving, when you're walking to class, when you're working. All of these things is a transfer of energy. And if you aren't honest with yourself and you're not honest with others with what you're feeling and what your energy looks like and the energy that you transfer, you're going to be stuck. Because that honesty, that knowing what's there and knowing what needs to be fixed or knowing what you want more of or what feels good, what doesn't feel good, helps further down the line. Karma for me is expressing those negative emotions and positive emotions to affect your personal karma. And the way I see it is that you have your personal karma, me. Let's say me, right? And then, okay, it's going to be a little weird, but go with it. So you have me and my karma and my personal karma and my personal struggles. And you have that tree over there, the Christmas tree. And I affect that tree. I do. It seems a little silly. Even as I'm saying it, it seems silly. I affected that tree. How did I affect that tree? You can't really see it from, well, there. I had to make sure that I was focused on equal division of weight. To continue, with another quote on page 50. We could say that the yamas on non-harming, honesty, non-stealing, wise use of energy, and non-acquisitiveness are based on the law of karma. Karma, in the context of the yamas, is a tool designed to help us see the intimate nature of all relationships. Thank you. How I talk with you affects the quality of our communication. How I feel, how you feel, and how others who come into contact with us feel about our contact in the moment. Basically, what that's talking about is be mindful, be in the moment, be who you are in that moment. Don't let anything take away from that moment. Like, be in that moment with that person. How I talk to you affects you. However, how I talk to you also affects the person next to you. In conclusion, let's talk about another quote. Page 60. Karma teaches us that the first measure of accounting for our actions is in terms of consequences. Since we are always discovering new ends and means to consume and produce, we need to continually look at the consequences of our actions. So I want to ask you all to take a moment to think of a time that you did something for yourself that didn't take money or excessive energy. And I mean something like using resources that you already have in that moment. You don't have to go out and get resources. So that could mean you empty your gas tank driving to the mountains and you do a bunch of photography for yourself. Or, you decide you want to make cookies. Because cookies are awesome. How does internal or personal or individual karma affect the whole? Well, the way it affects the whole is that you're a part of a community. Everywhere. You're a part of a community as a Butte College student. You're a part of a community in this class. You're a part of a community in your family. You're a part of a community when you park in the parking lot. Everything we do is linked to other people. Even if we see ourselves as mostly unsocial people, you're still interacting with people. You're still interacting with a community. And even within yourself, you have a community that deserves service and deserves attention and dedication, support, and love and kindness. We are surrounded by communities, and if we decide to hide away from that community, if we decide to take away from that community by taking away from ourselves, by stealing from ourselves, the community falters. Whenever one of us misses class and Heather doesn't know where we're at, she worries a little. And that's because Heather is an amazing teacher and she cares about us individually, not only on a community level, where she talks about how we're one of our best classes and she loves us very much. We love you too, Heather. But to be able to be a part of that community and come to class and share a smile and share what you're struggling with so that other people can relate to you. And relating to other people is huge between this personal karma that we have, is that these personal feelings that we feel, these individualistic ideas that we have are not necessarily individual. They are connected to the world that is going on around us. And if we share those emotions, if we share those ideas, if we share what is going on internally, you're more likely to have a better community, have a better support system, have a better relation to love and kindness and acceptance by sharing. And that's hard because it's personal. However, if you take steps to get to that point where you can share with others, it's a really awesome ending. And I hope that all of you guys can get there. And I hope I can get there. Last quote, page 61. Mortality is an expression of your true nature and how it functions with the world. Do not drift through your life. Don't drift. Don't drift. Walk with purpose. Walk with a stride that means something. Put your foot down and mean it. Every time. cookies. I'm bringing cookies. I'm making cookies. And I'm sharing with you guys the experience of making cookies because it matters to me. Learning how to cook, knowing how to sustain yourself is huge to me. That's what I want to do once I'm out of culinary school. I want to teach people how to cook. And I don't mean people in culinary school. I mean the community. I want to reach out to Gridley. I want to reach out to Yuba City. I want to reach out, to all those students who go to school and they pick up a processed snack. And they don't take care of themselves. And it's because they're not taught how to take care of themselves. They're not taught how to eat healthy. They're not taught how to cook. I don't think that's acceptable. I think it leads to so many other bad energies in our lives. It leads to bad choices. It leads to poor eating habits. It leads to all of these things when you don't know what is in your food, where it's coming from, and why you're eating it. So, I didn't plan out this camera angle very well. Now we start rolling out cookie dough.